chances everything's alright. Oh, no job but I answered to, ain't a fixture in the palace zoo. No, and since the carbonite's off me, I'm living life now that I'm free. Yeah, told me get myself together, now I got myself together. Now I made it through the weather, better days are gonna get better. I'm so happy, the carbonite is gone, I'm moving on. I'm so happy that it's over now, the pain is gone. I'm putting on my shades to cover up my eyes, I'm jumping in my ride, I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, solo. I'm picking up my plaster, putting it on my sign, I'm jumping in my falcon, whoopie at my side. I'm solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, solo. I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, solo. Now I'm feeling how I should. Join the alliance, it feels so good. Oh, stop feeling misunderstood. Back in the game, who knew I would? Oh, so flat time I spread my wings. Loving myself makes me wanna sing. No, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Told me get my act together, now I got my act together. Yeah, now I made it through the weather, better days are gonna get better. I'm so happy, the carbonite is gone, I'm moving on. I'm so happy that it's over now, the pain is gone. I'm putting on my shades to cover up my eyes, I'm jumping in my ride, I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, solo. Feeling like a star, you can't stop my shine, I'm loving Cloud City, my head's in the sky. I'm solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, solo. It's like S-O-L-O-S-O-L-O-S-O-L-O. Living my life, ain't got stress no more. I'm putting on my shades to cover up my eyes, I'm jumping in my ride, I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, solo. Feeling like a star, you can't stop my shine, I'm loving Cloud City, my head's in the sky. I'm solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, solo. I'm living life now that I'm free, yeah. Told me get myself together, now I got myself together. Now I made it through the weather, better days are gonna get better. I'm so happy, the carbonite is gone, I'm moving on. I'm so happy that it's over now, the pain is gone. I'm putting on my shades to cover up my eyes, I'm jumping in my ride, I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, solo. I'm picking up my plaster, putting it on my sign, I'm jumping in my falcon, whoopie at my side. I'm solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, solo. I'm hunting solo, I'm hunting solo, solo. Join the alliance, it feels so good. Oh, stop feeling misunderstood. Back back in the game, who knew I would? Oh, so flat time I spread my wings. Loving myself makes me wanna sing. Oh, oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Told me get my act together. Now I got my act together. Yeah. Now I made it through the weather. Better days are gonna get better. I'm so happy the carbonite is gone. I'm moving on. I'm so happy that it's over now. The pain is gone. I'm putting on my shades to cover up my eyes. I'm jumping in my ride. I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Solo. Feeling like a star. You can't stop my shine. I'm loving Cloud City. My head's in the sky. I'm solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Solo. Solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo, solo. Feeling like a star, you can't stop my shine. I'm loving Cloud City, my head's in the sky. I'm solo, I'm Han Solo.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Escape Reality Stars Talk. I'm your host Caleb. Sorry about that pause there. And yeah, y'all were going through the loop. Cal is number one for popping in today. And Pixie, I think I saw a Pixie. Oh, it was just the one of her. It was the space Chris side eye. Pixie uses that a lot, so I was like thrown off. But hey, Cal.
Hello
yeah,
there.
We were in loop for a second there. But yeah, welcome back to Escape Reality Stars Talk. I'm your host Caleb.
Hi, I'm Seth. I'm distracted by the fact that we keep going into the red.
We're just really loud today. Here we go. How's this? Does that bother you less?
Yeah, it bothers me a lot less. Because usually when a bar is full of red, it's a bad thing.
But also you're quiet, so that's why we have to be loud.
Uh-huh. Get better ears loose. In all seriousness, thank you for stopping by.
Not a lot of news this week. In fact, no news really.
Yeah.
I mean, I double checked again. I mean, we can briefly talk about it. Sigourney Weaver confirmed she's in Mandalorian and Grogu. We don't really know much about that role, so not a lot to go off of regarding that, but we know she's in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. Exciting. She's a good actress, so I can't be upset about that. That's a case of good news, but don't know anything about it. So moving on.
All right.
Let me get rid of that. Oh, hey, it's. Hello. We know them. They haven't been here in a minute. How are you doing today?
Everybody doing good?
Oh, she's upset I called her out. She's using all caps.
Oh, no.
That's how you know she's upset. While she's typing what she's going to yell at me for that, we can talk about what we've been up to this week that's not Star Wars related. Or semi-Star Wars related, because one of my things I've been up to this week have been purely Star Wars related. But I'm not going to talk too much about it, just because that's probably what we're going to talk about in 2 episodes from now.
All right.
I'll say that for me, one of the main things is I've been playing Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh yeah, have you now?
Yeah, have I now? Have I put 18 hours into it already in the 3 days I've played it? Yeah. She forgot you.
It's alright. I don't blame you. Look, at least you don't think I'm like 34 or something.
Do we want to talk about that?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
About the fact that everyone thinks I'm way older than I actually am.
Yeah, because one of the things we do here for Escape Reality Films is in the Discord. We have a Discord. Go check it out. We hang out there, and we, our friend Britt and myself, we take turns deciding what to do for Thursdays. But randomly, and this is why there was no Star Wars Outlaws stream yesterday, by the way. This is Britt's fault that there was no Outlaws gameplay. So blame Brit. No, I don't know. I had to catch up on other videos anyways. But yesterday, out of nowhere, she was like, "Hey, what are you up to?" And I was like, "Working on some videos." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Why? Did you want to hang out?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, we can do that. I can stop. I can pause what I'm doing if you want to hang out for a little bit." Although I am running behind now because of that. Cause
You sure it wasn't because of your Outlaws addiction?
well, it's actually the EA college football videos that I'm behind on.
Great.
I'm behind on making those because it's game day, and there's some that are about to start that I think I have videos that are still not out for.
I had a weird... I'm going to shut up and let you...
No, you go ahead. Way to go, Brett. Cal said. Cal did ask me yesterday about like how I was enjoying Outlaws because he joined Zach's stream yesterday as they played some Call of Duty along with our friend Pixie, and Cal asked me about that, and I was like, I'm enjoying it. I haven't finished it yet, and I didn't play today because of Brit. You can say what you were going to say, though, about while we're on topic of the college football thing, I guess, because was that the topic?
A little bit, yeah. So, Andrew has done nothing but, like,
Play.
stream college games in the Discord for, like, the last 2 days. And, like, stuff about
Yeah,
it.
because this is week one. Yeah.
And I woke up from, like, my nap, and I come into the living room. No one else is in the house. Like, alright, this isn't abnormal, but it seems that, like, Tori, like, has left the TV on playing stuff, and I'm like, okay, so I go and I'm like, are they in the kitchen? I know they like to be in there. No. Kinsey's usually around watching something either on the TV or on the computer. No. And I'm like, well, where the fuck did everybody go?
So today, you just don't know
I don't know where they are.
Okay.
And to be honest, they're all adults. They'll
be fine.
But back to our previous topic. A lot of people think I'm way older than I actually am.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure why that is.
So I'm going to continue the story so we can get to that point. So we were hanging out yesterday with Britt because she wanted us to watch, well, me specifically, to watch the Descendants films with her and trash on them a little bit. Which, honestly, I'd say half of them aren't terrible. They're cheesy, the backgrounds are kind of weirdly lit and green screened, but also it's a decom. And some of the songs are actually bangers, depending on the song. The new one, kind of the weakest, though. I kind of agree with that. It's kind of the weakest, although I might even say one is actually weaker than the new one. But, anyways, ages got brought up. I forget why, how our ages got brought up. But anyways, I think we were talking about, I know what it was. We were talking about, because in the new one, spoilers, I guess, for the newest Descendants film for anybody who cares, they reveal Cinderella finally in the Descendants universe, and it's the Brandy version of Cinderella. And it's and it's specific, and it's also the Brandy version of the Prince from the Cinderella movie, and it's actually Brandy plays Cinderella again. It's actually her, and it's the same guy that played the Prince, and so I thought that was cool. And then we started talking about it, and I was like, "Have y'all not seen that?" I know it's like, because I was like, I know it's a little bit older, but I didn't know if y'all had seen it, and you were like, I haven't seen anything that was before I was born, except, which is not entirely true.
Which is a lie.
It makes you a liar.
Most of the movies I like to watch came out before I was born.
But no, you said that, and you said the year. And Britt's like, wait, we're the same age?
I'm like, yeah.
And you were like, how old did you think I am? And she was like, 30-something.
Like, I'm 25. Keep in mind, I don't think Britt has ever seen what I look like, and I'm not sure it would help.
Yeah, no, you don't give off 25 yet either, and
I look older than I am.
I think it's also children. Cal.
What do you
even Haley forgot.
I think it's because of how I like speak and act,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's your personality. I think is what it was.
which makes people think I'm way older.
That was gonna be my thought on it was personality wise. You have a bit of this kind of like, I don't know. I don't know the right word that I'm looking for. Cal saying he's an old man.
How old is Cal? What, 50?
I think he's the same age as me.
Oh, so 30.
Yeah, or at least only a little bit
Ish.
older. Like, I don't think he's, yeah.
Like,
I'm older than Haley, though, because she's almost 30, so I'm older than Haley as well.
here's a fun story of me not knowing what to do at work. And it's tangentially related to this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm doing my job, right, at the register.
Okay, I know that's...
So I'm doing my job at the register, and like this old lady comes up, and I'm like, this is clearly someone in their 50s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Hey, do you know where there are any single men?" And I go, "Nah, I'm sorry, miss."
Okay, yeah, I knew you weren't that much older than me. But no, yeah, this is a different lady than the one
This is a different lady.
than the one that you obscurely completely missed that she was trying to get with
Yeah.
you. I forget what episode of the podcast that one was that we talked about that. Was this one also trying to get with you, or was she just being
I
like?
don't know. She just asked me the question, and I gave an answer. I was like, "All right, done."
Forgetting that you are in fact single in your response to her.
Yeah.
She's like, "Where are the single men at?" I don't know.
Here you go. It's gonna be like $19.
But no. So this week I've been playing Outlaws. I've been doing. Yeah. No. Yeah. Working at Mall of America. Similar situation. Yeah. It's that you don't think about it when you're working. Really,
Yeah, because my brain is very much like,
you're in work mode.
I have shit to do. I can't do that.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, I've been playing Outlaws. I've been playing college football. Well, playing college football. I'm letting the game play itself.
You've been managing college football.
Yeah, I've been
for a
managing.
video game.
Yeah, managing for a video game. Yeah.
So
What else have I been? I think that's. We did D&D last night for
we
Grim
did D&D
Hollow,
last night,
which
and
was
there's a bunch of spoilers that I would love to talk about, but I can't talk about.
I mean, and it's even worse because I'm pretty sure that video doesn't come out
It's not
till
gonna come out for a while.
till November.
Yeah. It was fun. And I got... Oh, boy.
Yeah, you, let's just say I left them on a very big cliffhanger where they are like, what the fuck? You, actually, they can watch it before November, though, because it is on the Patreon already. Look at me plugging that in. There we go. That's how you do a plug.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, I mean, you guys had a rough fight and some stuff happened, and then I left you on a cliffhanger where you guys were like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah.
And I love doing that.
So
and apparently y'all enjoyed it at least. I was like, "Are y'all mad that it happened that way?" And you're like,
we're like, no.
"They're like, yeah." You guys were like, "No, this was
All of
actually
us are
fun."
like, it was fun, and we expected it to happen because we've been like doing nothing but fighting for like.
Y'all also expected probably this moment to happen sooner in the campaign than it has.
Yeah. I don't know how we managed to stave it off for this long.
So, but it fits the vibes of the campaign, which is
Yeah.
Eldritch Horror. So,
Now,
Yeah, your
onto
turn.
a slightly different campaign. I'm going to talk about Cyberpunk, both 2020 and 2077, for like, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, we got time.
So, Cyberpunk 2020 game, it is, I run it for Steve, Chris, and Sky, right?
Mhm.
Well, one of their NPC allies is like, hey, I can't have you guys kicking around the bar anymore. This isn't like a place you guys can keep staying at. Core's cool because he works here and does like bouncer work for me, so he doesn't need to get out.
Yeah, like he doesn't have a reason to be forced out, whereas you guys just kind of
Whereas like Zero, Steve's character,
y'all are loitering
and
essentially.
Cosmo, Sky's character, it's like, this isn't a shelter for you guys to go. You have money.
Yeah.
And so he's like, there's this nice place in, like, the Midtown area, right? He's like, alright, so you guys can go there. Here's the address, it's not that bad. And I was like, so they go in there, right? And Cosmo, all three of them go there. Their last little party friend, because you know me, I'll usually assign one to be like, for the first couple of missions.
Yeah, and
this'll
then usually, then Drew will mess it up by making deals with hags and having their souls stripped away.
Yep.
Throwback to the evil campaign that I was a part
I
of.
think I've done it with every campaign that I've been in, just to be like, by the way, the antagonists are done letting you guys meander about now.
Yeah. Anyways,
But in this one, nothing was supposed... They're like, well, we could either go rob the Scotagalia family's warehouse, but we want to have a full crew for that.
Mhm.
We could go and look into this splinter cell of the Valkyrie gang, because they've been harassing one of the characters that Cosmo's like got a romantic interest in.
Mhm.
Or we could go and look into like means to blackmail this politician lady. Alternatively, we could go and get this apartment because Suds is kicking us out. Suds, who's like this former rocker boy that just owns this little bar, and he's like, get out. It's been 5 days.
This is a bar, not a tavern.
Yeah. So they go there, and they're like looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, it's got this, this, and this. And a part that they got confused on was that they thought the apartment that this was like a house and not an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yes, it does have a pool. And they assumed that when I said that, I meant, oh.
You read that, didn't you? Yeah, she messaged me on Discord, and I was like,
Alright.
yeah. She was like, yeah. She was gonna say it, but then she was like, maybe I'm
What
wrong.
if I get it wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they go to the apartment. They're like, hey, by the way, Cosmo talks it down to like $2,000 instead of like the $3,500, and that's including things like
Amenities and
other things. And they're like, hey, we thought the apartment had a pool, and it's like, the lady's like, we do have a pool. It's right over there. It's a public pool for the entire hotel.
Yeah.
You asshole.
Or well, apartment complex.
Yeah, for some reason my brain is like, an apartment complex is a hotel, even though that's not quite the same.
I was gonna say, is this a cup and bucket situation?
It's almost that for me, because I've spent a lot of time with my dad, and both to me, like, they're interchangeable. I'm like, it's a place you go to sleep when you don't have a home.
Apartment is your home, arguably.
Depends on who you ask.
Arguably, it depends. Yeah, it depends on how much you enjoy living in your apartment.
Yeah. So they go and they're like getting things sorted. They get that done, and I'm like, all right, cool. Now you know me. Anytime you're in a new area, there's going to be one NPC that's, depending on the actions you take, they'll either be really friendly or like the most antagonistic person you've ever met.
Yep.
Well, these geniuses decided, you know what?
The fact you emphasized it that way means I know shit's gonna go down.
Mm-hmm. So Cosmo owns a scooter, right? like a little Vespa type deal.
Oh, okay. I see. I was imagining more of a.
Not.
He doesn't have a Razor scooter.
Nope. So
I'm surprised you got that reference. That's an old brand.
We don't get a lot of new scooters in the South.
Yeah.
So Cosmo drives it into the hotel, into like the elevator, and into their apartment, right? Because why not? Being a huge asshole. So this guy comes out and he's like, "Ah, great, they're letting the riffraff in." And so they're like, "Ah, man, what did you just say?" And you know, like, words are words. Apparently, this is enough to warrant being murdered.
Yeah, I was gonna say you either double down or you don't, and then things go down.
Yeah. So they go and they murder this man in the hallway.
Yeah, I don't know if that's. See, before you said their reaction, I was gonna say, well, he started it, but then their reaction is not.
Yeah.
Their reaction is not equivalent to the offense.
Yeah. I'm like, all right. So Steve's character Zero whips out a submachine gun.
So he says, they let all the riffraff in now, and then it's just like, boom.
It's like a silent submachine gun as he shoots him 3 times in the back. This doesn't kill the guy, mind you. What do you think Sky's character Cosmo does?
Runs him over with the scooter.
No, they've put that up. Cosmo chokes this guy out in the hallway
Oh.
as he's trying to call for the police.
Oh, so he made it personal.
Yeah!
And I took that personally.
Which ends up with, like, Zero, Steve's character, having to stomp on this guy's hand so he'll let go of the phone. And then they cleaned up the murder.
Oh, well, at least they were nice enough to clean up.
Yeah. And they took all of this guy's shit, and this guy did not have a good... It's like, what do you have in the fridge? He's got, like, beer, box wine, and fucking cups of ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's life sucked, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm moving out tomorrow. Because, one, you guys are here, also I can't afford it.
I had one more day to retirement.
Pretty much. Yeah, I had one more day before I got moved from the nice apartment complex to the shitty hotel. Well, he won't have to worry about that now, will he?
Yeah, that's one less problem in his life.
Apparently, they were like, for some reason, Sky was like, you know what, we're gonna make ramen noodles with, like, wine. And I was like, this is a horrible idea, but you do it. Because the best part about Sky and watching him as a player is he'll never hesitate when it comes to a decision.
Oh, yeah, he doubles down.
Option 1. And I'm like, are you sure? And he goes, yes.
Yeah, he's the double down player. It's great. That's what I loved about the Tales of the Jedi game that we had. Like, double down. Him and honestly Drew was great in that game too. I really wish we could have kept that story because I liked where it was going.
Yeah.
I liked where you guys were. You guys were about to finally meet. We were about to get the players, everybody invested. Yeah. Anyways.
I think the problem that I'll have is I will, like, not problem, but just how I think about things is I'll think about them for a little bit before I go and do something. Like, even with last night, I'll plan something and be like, hopefully this works. If it doesn't, oh well, fuck, I guess.
That is kind of the results of last night, too, specifically with a specific thing that happened. It was like, well, fuck, I tried.
Yeah.
But also,
I'm like,
there's nothing wrong with the fact that you tried it. I think
it was a gamble and it didn't work is, I think, the summary of how a lot of my characters could be described. It was a gamble and it either did or did not work. Yeah.
Cal said that sounds like instant gut rot for the just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I think all of us know not to do that, but hey.
But I appreciate that, like, Well, you're trying to say that you're kind of on the other end. Of Sky. I'd say you're still kind of in that same zone of I'm gonna do it. Like, you might overthink it a little bit as you're doing it, but you're still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate that, because whether or not it works, you did something.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I think that's something that D&D players, tabletop RPG as a whole players, because not just D&D, since we're talking Cyberpunk as well. I mean, that's just a thing that players have an issue with, is if they tend to overthink and go, oh, well, what if this happens? And what if this happens? It's
there's
like
forethought, and then there's overanalysis.
Mm-hmm. And eventually you just have to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I'd say I lean more towards forethought than overanalysis, because I'm like, fuck it, this is either going to work or it's not.
Yeah, and so eventually it's the meme for D&D where you're planning a heist or you're planning a break-in, and everybody is taking an hour just to plan, and it's just like, why don't we just do this?
Yeah. The old Seth classic, have we tried just going and kicking his ass?
Like, we can sneak in, and if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. But, we can have a plan, but we don't need to be like, okay, but what if this happens?
Yeah.
That's you figure it out when it happens.
Make the plan. Expect the plan to go off the rails. Throw away the plan.
Yeah. And like Cal said, not to mention it can be out of roleplay for your character to plan that much too, depending on the character that you're running. Maybe they're somebody who is more wild and willing to just throw caution to the wind, right? So planning that much wouldn't fit character-wise. But Cyberpunk 2077 though?
On 2077, I have decided. So at the end of the game, it's like, okay, here are 3 options for how you're going to go through the game.
Do I need to bump the spoiler warning?
Spoilers might be appropriate. Yes.
Okay. So spoiler warning for the base game of Cyberpunk 2077, not Liberty.
Not Phantom Liberty.
Yeah, because you don't have Phantom Liberty.
I can't even get Phantom Liberty because of...
It's not on PS4.
Yeah.
So
So the 3 options you get after you have a...
I'll just leave it up for until we're
I'm
done.
in Act 3.
Yeah, I'll leave it up until we're done talking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So in Act 3, we're going and we're like, all right, I've got my 3 options of people to talk to, of the main thing, because I've gone and done a bunch of side stuff. All of the side stuff I can, except for working for the NCPD, with their little radio calls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's a bunch of them, and I could. And I did that for a little while after... I think I went a little bit all Punisher on one group, and I was like, this might be a bit much for me.
Which version of Punisher? Warzone Punisher, Thomas Jane Punisher, or the Daredevil Netflix Punisher?
I'm not sure I can tell you this. There was suspected mob activity, and then there wasn't suspected mob activity.
That could fit all 3 of them, potentially.
Yeah. And I was like,
It depends. Did heads pop, or...
I mean, when I shot them, yes.
Warzone, then. Probably Warzone.
Yeah, I guess. And so I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm not built for this.
Maybe this is not the career I want.
I mean, I've had bad jobs where similar situations have happened, but I'm like, this is a bit much for me. Because I was like, just go and... Its objective is stop crime. That's what it says.
It's pretty broad.
I'm like, a few of them lived. Because I tried. I tried to be non-lethal, but that didn't work. But anyhow, back to the actual important stuff that the spoiler warning is there for.
Yeah.
So the 3 options I have are take up Arasaka, Ayer's deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I'm not doing that. Because I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it'll work, and the last time I worked with someone from Arasaka, I got fucked over. There's take the last pill and give control over to Johnny, so he and Alt can go and fight a guy or some to get into Mikoshi and Johnny can do some shit.
Yeah.
Regardless of what I do, I'm going to Mikoshi. The only question is how.
Yep.
So, cut a deal with Arasaka, give Johnny full control over the body. Or option 3, which is the one that I decided to take.
Yep.
Go call up Pan Am and just break into the place myself.
Okay.
I was like, well, Pan Am hasn't screwed me over on any deals. I've also done all of the romance side quests with her. And all of her plans have fucking worked. They've been insane.
And it sounds like she's the only romance plot that didn't skip town as soon as you finished their romance plot.
Pan Am lives like in the outskirts of town. Everyone else is just straight up fucking left.
They're like, you know what, thanks for the help. You're a great guy, but this city sucks.
With the exception of River, because he's working as like a private eye.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to go and fuck up his family life that he just got back in order. So I'm like, Pan Am it is. So I call up Pan Am, and I'm at the final boss fight of the game.
Woo!
I've got her not dad killed, because that's what happens when you go to the final boss fight of the game. All I have to do is win, so I've been stuck fighting Atom Smasher.
Oh, yeah, and
I am a stealth build.
And I know how much I have heard the trials and pain that is Atom Smasher.
I'm getting him to like 30%. I know I can kill him. I just need to focus.
Yeah, I've heard Atom Smasher is a pain in the ass. Speaking of, I do have one more thing I just thought of that I've been doing over the week that is related because it's CD Projekt Red. I've been finally playing The Witcher 3 seriously. I've been sitting down and playing it. I've gotten, and we can, I guess.
No, man, you keep the spoiler warning up for The Witcher 3. I think it's a long game.
But this is still at the very beginning. Because I've been doing the side quest stuff whenever I can, because Witcher 3 is a game where you invest in the side quest activities a bit more than you normally would. Just because The Witcher 3 actually does really well with world building and good at making the side stuff feel just as, maybe not just as important as what's going on, but at least important enough for you to be involved. I've kind of been in the middle when it comes to conflict between people that are like the Nords versus the Empire. Because I've helped people from the Empire, but I've also helped the Nords, and I'm like, I'm just helping people, especially if you pay me, because Witcher. Because I'm role playing Geralt as somebody who's like, hey, I'm gonna get paid.
Do good, but get paid for it.
Yeah, I think I've only done
that policy.
I've only done one thing where I saved somebody and didn't get paid for it, and it's because he was tied up, and I was just like, yeah, I killed some drowners, I untied you, get out of here.
Have you had the you're gonna get killed for your boots conversation?
I can't remember. I might have. I'm currently. I am not that far in. Like, I'm literally at the point where I've found Yennefer, had the talk with asshole Emir. I hate Emir. I mean, even though I've never played the game before, I hate him because I know about him because of the books. Hate Emir. Fuck that guy. Emir sucks. He's also a terrible father. And so he's like, hey, go find my daughter who's recently came back from being out in the wilds, training herself and hiding. We've recently found that she's somewhere around, so go find Ciri, your adoptive daughter, essentially. So you gotta go find adoptive daughter. That's essentially the plot of Witcher 3 as a whole. But now I've hit that point where it's like, okay, go do that. Because the first part is really just get you into the world, fight a griffin, and then...
Yeah, fun fighting griffins?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I'm also not playing on hard, like very hard. I'm like on not on story mode, but I'm like the next level above that.
Intended difficulty.
Yeah, like just normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I tend to play story mode just because I do just really want to play the story in a lot of games. But for this one, I was like, I'll play a little bit above because it's not that hard of a game, really. And so, but I did use some potions for the Griffin fight because you can. One of the things that The Witcher really tries, the games really try to get you to do is use those potions. The problem is you're not really, you can beat the games without doing that if you play anything else other than the hardest of difficulties. Because I've seen reviews of like even the older ones where they're like, yeah, having all these potions and stuff that are good for fighting certain spirits and creatures, you don't need to make them in any other mode, but when you play the hardest difficulties of each of those games, they literally make it a requirement that you have to do that.
You gotta drink your boost juice.
Yeah. Or use like so I did do it for the Griffin fight. I didn't do it for the first ghost spirit I fought. But that's okay. I just cast fire at them a bunch and also hold it's hold essentially. It's just casting hold.
Stay fire.
It's hold person. And so fire I found out was useless about a part way through that fight. Because then I reread the stats on the monster and it was like, hey, use the hold person spell. That's what they're weak against. And so I was just like, oh, hold person. And then I immediately kicked their ass like with them. As soon as I did that, they died. Because I started just swinging and they died. And I was like, oh, okay. I feel bad I had to kill that ghost, though. But you were making it to where the water was bad. And there's a sick girl who needed that water. I feel bad.
You'll feel less bad about it with time.
I feel bad, though, because you didn't deserve to be dead to begin with. Because, you get the backstory of why that spirit's haunting there. And you're like, oh, that sucks. But then I also learned that, yeah, you said something about the guy's son, who was already dead, which is why he killed you.
Word to the wise, don't talk shit about the dead. They'll turn you into a ghost.
Well, don't talk shit about a lord's son who's dead either. Although, it doesn't say that. To be fair, we don't know what she said. And I don't think she actually did talk shit. I think she just brought up that the son was gay, probably. Because you do learn that, actually, if you talk to, when you meet the guy that helps you track the griffin. Because he's like, depending on the options you give when talking to him, he's like, yeah, I used to work for that lord, but as his hunter, but then I got kicked out. And you can be like,
well, why?
Why? I forget the exact way. Like, you don't directly ask him, but it gets there. And he's like, yeah, I was in love with him, and he was in love with me, but then we got caught by the guy who we found the body of. And that got me kicked out. And it's like, oh, that sucks.
Okay. Shit.
So, Lord also just sucks. The Lord guy just sucks. But we also haven't met him, so, like, I'm like, okay. But yeah, I've just not been choosing between the Empire and the Nords. I'm like, I feel like I should be on the Nord side because I hate Emir, but also, they're helping me right now.
Well, just be careful. You don't want to get into a similar situation as I did with the Omegas, or the Ortegas back in New Vegas.
Yeah.
Where I did all of their shit, and they were like, anyhow, welcome to the family.
Then, the Empire just goes, hey, you're one of us now. It's like, no.
Hold
on now. That would be like if, for Mass Effect, if I like, fully started to work for, I forgot the name now. The Humanist group. Elusive Man's.
I was going to say, like, Crooked Man, but that's not...
Well, I was thinking of the group's name, but anyways, that would be like if I was like...
I'm sorry, Crooked Man is from a different series that I read.
That would have been like if I had actually, like, been working with the Elusive Man, and then he was like, alright, you're one of us now, and I was like, well, hold on. You brought me back to life and you helped me a little bit, but I still don't like your policies. You're still very much xenophobic. I don't like that. Especially when, like, 90% of my crew is alien.
Yeah.
It's like 90% of the people who helped save us.
Nope, I'm not making that joke on.
But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just like, yeah, no, I'm good. Which is why at the end of Mass Effect 2, I basically just flipped him off at the end. I was like, fuck you, Elusive Man. Bye. When he was like, I want the head of that ancient... and I'm like, nah.
Nah,
you don't get that. The fact I even managed to convince, what's her name to switch sides, too.
His not daughter?
Well, it's not his not daughter either, because Miranda also worked... Because her dad is also a problem in 3 and some of the stuff. Because remember, her dad, like, experimented on her and her sister.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. We've rambled a bit.
I think we're all caught up on stuff for today.
Yeah, so let's get into our main topic for this week, which is the Mace Windu comic, that miniseries that came out, called the miniseries run the Twilight run for this one, because they tend to give the miniseries a subtitled name, a hyphenated name or subtitled name, colon named, I guess. Anyways, they give it an extra name, a subtitle name, after, like, once the run is over.
So, I learned more about Mace Windu.
Yeah, you learn more about Mace Windu, it feels like, every week that we do the podcast.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what, I learned more about Mace Windu this week.
Like, I now have a general overview of his life, right?
Yeah, and, like, you understand the man better because of that. I did have us reread also the little snippet that we read from Revelation that ties into this barely. It's basically like the previous mission he finished before doing the new mission.
Yeah.
Also, he's a knight in this one. He's not yet on the council.
He's not been promoted to the rank of master.
Or put on the council, yeah. So this is definitely before episode 1 and before even Living Force.
So I've come to realize that Mace Windu is the type of person where it's like, at their core, they're just gonna stay the same, like, no matter what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, and this is relevant because I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna jump around this comic.
Yeah, it's for the most part, it's prime plot is coaxium. Obviously important thing in Star Wars universe because it's a superpower fuel for ships. Yeah. Girl on planet has some, but has like an upgraded version.
Yeah,
and has like the like plans to how to manufacture it.
Yeah, and she's basically sent out an open invite to anyone who will pay for it.
Yeah, she did the stupid thing where she set it on an open channel.
Mm-hmm. It's like, to the highest buyer. And so later at the end of the comic,
but yeah, so the Jedi send Mace to go get that.
The Jedi send Mace Windu because it's his name on the fucking comic.
Yeah, so they send him to go get that, and also there's a tie-in to him and the girl where we learn they're from the same planet.
Yeah, Harun Kal.
Harun Kal, yeah.
Apparently, the way that you can know if someone's from there is like they have like a really bad injection scar because there was like some great disease, and they were like, well, we have the cure for it. It's gonna hurt like a bitch.
So everybody take it.
Yep.
Get your inoculation.
Yeah, because they're like children at that point in time.
Yeah. Anyways, you were gonna say that.
But like the final antagonist for this little run,
it kind of. I will say this is probably the weakest point, I think, for the comic. Is the antagonist does feel rushed.
Mm-hmm.
Like he kind of just appears in the last issue.
Yeah.
There's been no build up to him. The third issue introduces like his group,
and then he shows.
And then he shows up in the fourth issue. Once
like,
again, his group also had no introduction really up till the third issue. There was like no sign of them.
Yeah.
In fact, I thought, the Hutts are going to be a problem because in the second issue, the Hutts are after him.
Yeah. Except they're like immediately dispatched when they show up.
Now, and I say it's a weak point, but also I think it's something that I think they're building up to something for outside of this comic. And because it does end on it's very similar to The Acolyte, where it tells the story and it has everything everything closes in. Like, they tell the parts of the story that they're telling are over, but they have cliffhangers so that way they can continue the story if they want to. So, like, the main story is resolved. It's now just bonus stuff that it's like, oh, okay, we want to learn more about this bad guy. And he does seem like an interesting bad guy.
He is. I'll say this. In his own comic, Mace is the least interesting character.
Yeah. Which is... I mean, Mace has had time to shine, and he's going to get more time to shine pretty soon, because he is getting his novel this year as well. So he's going to have plenty of time to, like, really, really shine. And while I think we get some good understanding of Mace in this, like you said, like,
he is the most straight-laced Jedi I've ever fucking seen.
Like, we get some more of, like, his backstory a little bit, and how, like, he doesn't, obviously, since he's a Jedi, he doesn't quite remember Harun Call entirely, but he remembers some of it more than you would think. Which tells me he was probably not taken as a baby directly, but maybe a toddler. Like, enough that he has, like, faint memories of his homeworld. And it seems they really want to tie his homeworld to the story that they're telling.
Yeah, because the lady that put out the stuff also is from there.
And I think...
and he's basically like, alright, I just gotta guard you until we get to where we can pay you.
And on top of that, it also seems like they're trying to, one, build a bond between them through that, but two, also try to set up the idea that she's doing this to help other people that are from there as well.
Yeah.
Like, the money will be good for...
Because not everyone gets a ticket off Harun Call is one of the things that's, like, brought up.
So I do like that concept, and I would like to see where this goes, is what I will say. I think I'm kind of showing how I feel about this comic by saying that. I think it is a good comic, not a outstanding comic, but it's not a bad comic either. It's just good. It serves its purpose. It tells, as I was saying before we recorded, I was like, it tells the story it wants to tell. It gets you out of there, and then it, like, sets up for later in case you got interested in what they were showing. Which I think is how you should do storytelling. You go in with your premise, you tell your premise, and then you get out. And maybe you leave a hint or two for more for the audience, where if you get a following and enough people are interested, you can go, all right, let's talk more about that stuff then. And that the villain is one of those things. I also want to know more about the guy that works for the Hutts that hired the little short guy.
Yeah.
I want to know more about that guy because
he's there for, like, what, 7 panels and then gone?
Yeah, he's like, I'm hiring you to go do this for the Hutts. And I like that the little bounty hunter speaks in third person. And he's like, yeah, so-and-so, I forget the name of the bounty hunter. He's like, so-and-so's gonna get him.
I'm like, you are a goofball. I don't mind it. Because I've got Mace Windu, I will never tell a joke on one hand.
So it's like, we need a little bit of the comedic relief. Yeah. We need a little bit of that. But he's only there for a little bit anyways either. Because he catches up to them and then they're like, all right, shoot him down. And they shoot him and he's like, escape pod. Woo. Pulls like the droid, like the droid in the Mace Windu comic, except Mace Windu doesn't immediately kill him.
I think Mace thought about it. It was like, wait, nope, that's a living person. Don't do that.
Yeah, we didn't do the Jedi of the Republic ending where he just crushes him mid-escape.
Yep. Mace, I don't give a fuck, Windu.
But yeah.
Like, the main antagonist that shows up at the end is, like, giving him, like, the religious, you should reconsider your
I was going to say that
stance, and I'm like, Mace isn't gonna do that.
I was just gonna say the thing that interests me the most about him is he's kind of the, he's the foil. Yeah. You got to have your good foil for your villain.
Inverse.
Yeah, he's your foil to Mace, and he's like, I was a Jedi once, or at least Mace puts 2 and 2 together to figure that out, and he's like, and then I created a cult that, and it's not because of a higher cause. I don't care about the Force. Fuck the Force.
Yeah.
The Force has screwed people over. But he's not quite hidden, like, he's not quite the path, like, the hidden, like, he's not quite, the path levels of the Force is evil. He's more of like, we can just use it to our advantage if we, but not quite Sith levels of that either. Like, that's kind of the weird scale he's on. He's not the path, but he's not the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
But he's definitely not a Jedi.
Yeah.
Like he's like,
very insistent. He's like, I don't believe in that fucking bullshit.
Yeah, and so, like, apparently he believes that he can control the Force better. And we see this man lift a ship off of him that Mace just lifts on
They
him.
exploded that ship and then dropped it on him. And he lived.
And then he picked it up with the Force going, see what I can do?
But they were gone, so they didn't see that.
No. Well, no, because after the explosion, he does the first lift, and then Mace does the cut it down. Well, no, he cuts it down. This is the order. He cuts it down because he cuts the legs off, the landing, like the landing legs. And it crashes on the guy. And then he lifts it up, going, see? Because at first Mace is like, all right, it's over. You can go pick up some of the coaxium that's on the ship so that way we can bring it. And then the guy lifts the ship and with the Force, and he's like, I'm not done with you yet. He's like, this isn't over till I say it's over. And Mace is like, go ahead and blow it up. And the girl's like, yeah, that's fine. We've got the plan. So, and I do have one vial of it, so enough to like make this happen still. So so she's fine with blowing up the ship. And plus, they had made a joke because they were like, Mace is like, the Republic will pay for the damages, or the Jedi will pay for the damages to the ship. And then he's like, you know what? On second thought, they'll buy a new ship.
We'll buy you a new one.
Yeah, they'll buy you a new ship. Which might be some Mace humor. It's the rare Mace humor. Mace Windu has humor.
Yeah, it's just not always hard. It's a little bit hard to see sometimes.
Yeah. Like, he's very much he's for your comedy duo, he's the straight man. Mm-hmm. Which the straight man can sometimes be the funnier one. Yeah. But in this case, Mace is kind of the chill one.
Mace is surrounded by wacky characters, so he doesn't...
Yeah, he doesn't really... Like, he stands out in a different way than they do. But that's really all I want to talk about. It's a shorter episode today, but, like, I mean...
Also, we've discovered that Mace loves to go into disguises. But that makes sense with his career as an actor.
And also we know that because of the Obi-Wan and Anakin adventure when he does the little disguise thing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he loves his costumes.
He goes in disguise on an underwater planet again.
Yep. So he loves his costume changes.
I'm like, well, that makes sense. He had like a brief... He's an actor for a bit?
Yeah, he's got that brief stint.
Yeah.
So...
And they're like, yeah, we're not sure how good his acting was, but he's a great Jedi.
But yeah, I'm pretty much done. I mean,
I don't have much to say.
It's like I said, it's a good brief comic. If you want a quick Mace Windu story, you can read this probably in a day. It's only 4 issues.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay, I'm giving it I was gonna give it a 7, but that talked me into maybe a 7.5. Like I said, I think it's good. It's not great. It's not like outstanding. So I think a 7.5 is fair. But yeah, that's it for this week. Thank you all for watching today's episode of Escape Reality Star Wars Talk. I've been your host, Caleb. Be sure to like, comment, follow, subscribe to us. You can find us at Escape Reality Films on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. You can also show your support for us by joining our Patreon, which is at Escape Reality Films. Shout out to Jennifer Brantley.
Yeah.
There you can watch our YouTube content before it's publicly available. Also be sure to check out our Discord, which is also linked wherever you are watching, so you become a part of our community. You can also find me on Twitter at Escape Reality 94 and Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Caleb.Lockwood. Seth, I'm going to do something real quick while you go ahead and give the plugs to our D&D friends.
Yeah. So, every Sunday from 5 to 7 Central Standard Time, you can catch some friends of ours over at Trials of Naboo at the Steam Dungeon on YouTube. Man, oh man, I have no idea what they're up to, but I bet it'll be a blast. How y'all doing? Everybody good today? Nice one? Things working out at home? I hope so. Really, I'm just trying to fill dead air, I'm pretty sure.
Did I give you enough time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I started talking, asking people how their day went.
But yeah, so, yeah, that's pretty much everything. For once again, thank you all for watching today's episode. Next week, we're going to go back to the High Republic, as we got Beware the Nameless, as well as a new short story from Star Wars Insider. It is called Chronicles of Corellia, Heir Apparent. That's what it is. Chronicles of Corellia, Heir Apparent. So, new short story. Woohoo! So, we're going to have a slight High Republic double feature there. Any last words for them?
Not particularly.
I do want to go ahead and give a shout out to our friend Cal, who showed up.
Alright.
He is a variety streamer. He's awesome. You can go check him out. Like I said, he plays Call of Duty. He plays Phasmophobia. He plays Halo Infinite. He's kind of a little bit all over. It's kind of good. So, in that regard, like if you want something different, you can definitely count on that.
Played COD in years.
Well, the new one, the new Black Ops is coming out. So it's currently in beta, and so that's why people are kind of pumped again. And from what I've heard, it's okay, the new beta. So, I don't know if you stream anymore, Haley, but I don't know if I need to give you a shout. I haven't seen you stream in a minute, but, so, you know what, still check out our friend, though, just in case. She is awesome. She was more cozy games that I remember, so definitely check out Myths VT as soon as I can give the shout out. But yeah, until next time though, I have spoken.
Y'all be safe out there.
Bye.
I'm feeling like a star, you can't stop my shine. I'm loving Cloud City, my head's in the sky. I'm solo, no job but an answer to. Ain't a fixture in the palace zoo, no. And since the carbonite's off me, I'm living life now that I'm free, yeah. Told me get myself together, now I got myself together. Now I made it through the weather, better days are gonna get better. I'm so happy, the carbonite is gone, I'm moving on. I'm so happy that it's over now, the pain is gone. I'm putting on my shades to cover up my eyes, I'm jumping in my ride, I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo, solo. I'm picking up my blaster, put it on my side, I'm jumping in my Falcon, whoopie at my side. I'm solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo, solo.